over the take foul, as Caitlin Clark is calling it, and that's a great way to say it. It was a take foul. She was trying to prevent a wide open.
The Chicago Sky finally won a game, but it wasn't Angel Reese who led them there. In fact, she spent most of the fourth quarter watching from the bench. While the supposed star of the team sat silently, it was Kamilla Cardoso who exploded, dominating on both ends of the floor and delivering a career-high 23-point performance. And with that, a new question rose from the hardwood. Is the Sky's future being built around the wrong player? From the start, the script was unexpected. Chicago had been struggling, unable to find a consistent rhythm on offense, plagued by inefficient shooting and questionable rotations. But something changed, and it wasn't subtle. Coach Tyler Marsh made a decision that sent a ripple through the arena. Angel Reese was benched during the most critical minutes of the game. This wasn't a brief rest. It wasn't foul trouble. It was a conscious, strategic choice, and it worked. As Reese sat, Cardoso took over. The offense ran through her, and suddenly, the Sky looked like a real basketball team. Not a scattered group of individuals, but a unit with purpose. With Cardoso in control of the paint, the ball started moving, players found better looks, and Chicago started pulling away from the Dallas Wings. This game revealed something deeper than just a roster shuffle. It exposed a flaw in the current identity of the team. The Sky had been operating under the assumption that Reese was their centerpiece. But what if that assumption was wrong? Angel Reese had a rough night. 2 of 6 from the field, just 6 points. 9 rebounds and 5 assists might look respectable on paper, but the real story was in her decisions. Forced shots, missed layups, and a stagnant offense that simply didn't function when she tried to control the game. Her struggles weren't isolated to this game. They've been mounting. Her shooting percentages have been consistently poor, her offensive impact inconsistent, and the numbers don't lie. When Reese plays fewer minutes, the Sky tend to perform better. When she tries to be the offensive engine, the team sputters, and that's exactly what Coach Marsh saw. After the game, Marsh made it clear. He praised Reese's rebounding, her hustle, her defensive energy, but he also emphasized that her role needed to be more defined, more focused. Not as a scorer, but as a contributor in very specific ways. Create extra possessions, play hard, defense. Make the occasional extra pass, and that's where Kamilla Cardoso enters the picture. For most of her early career, Cardoso has played in Reese's shadow. But with Reese on the bench, Cardoso was finally given the green light. The result? She exploded, scoring the team's first 10 points, finishing with 23 on the night, shooting 69% from the field and dominating the paint like a veteran center in mid-season form. Cardoso wasn't just effective, she was efficient. And for the first time, the Sky had a real post presence they could build around. She didn't force plays. She let the game come to her. She ran the floor. She found position. She finished through contact. She moved the offense forward. Veteran point guard Courtney Vandersloot saw it too. After the game, she called for more plays to be run through Cardoso. More touches, more trust, more responsibility. When a future Hall of Famer says the offense should revolve around a player, you listen, and the numbers backed it up. With Cardoso in the game, the Sky's offensive rating improved dramatically. Ball movement increased. Shot quality improved. Teammates got involved. What had been a disjointed offensive scheme began to resemble something closer to a system. Meanwhile, Angel Reese was still searching for her shot. She went scoreless in the first quarter, missed all 3 of her attempts. By halftime, she had managed just 1 point. And the worst part wasn't the missed shots. It was the way she kept forcing the issue. Driving into traffic, ignoring open teammates. Trying to be the hero when what the team needed was a role player who knew their job. There's no shame in being a role player. Draymond Green has made an entire Hall of Fame career out of it. A player who rebounds, defends, talks, and creates chaos in the right places can change games. Reese can be that. But what she cannot be, at least right now, is a first option. Because every time the Sky try to run the offense through her, things fall apart. The most glaring moment came when Nalissa Smith, Caitlin Clark's former college teammate, emphatically blocked Reese at the rim. That single play became a viral symbol of the night. A physical rejection that doubled as a metaphor. Reese wasn't just getting denied, she was getting exposed, and fans noticed. Analysts noticed. The shift wasn't quiet. It was televised, discussed, dissected. While Reese struggled, Cardoso thrived. 9 of 13 from the field, 5 of 6 from the free throw line, 8 rebounds, a presence in the post, a leader without saying a word. She played with purpose, and more importantly, she played within herself. Every basket Cardoso made unlocked a little more trust. From her coach, from her teammates, from the fans. That trust had never quite been extended to her before. But now, after seeing what the team looked like when she was at the center of it all, it may be impossible to go back. What made the moment even more dramatic was what was happening elsewhere in the league. In Indiana, Caitlin Clark was sitting out due to injury. And without her, the Fever collapsed. They looked lost, disorganized, and without identity. Clark's absence revealed just how vital she is to every aspect of that team's success. Meanwhile, the Sky, with Reese benched, looked better than ever. That's the contrast. One player's absence makes her team fall apart. The other's absence lets her team thrive. And that's not narrative. That's reality. 0 fast break points for the Fever without Clark. A dismal loss to a young Washington Mystics team. While Ayusio Clark was sidelined with injury, Angel Reese was sidelined by choice. But the results were even more revealing. Indiana looked like they had lost their brain. Chicago looked like they had found their heart. That's not just a difference in play style. That's a difference in value. The Sky offense with Reese on the bench moved better, passed better, shot better. They recorded more assists, took higher quality shots, and most importantly, they won. And it begs the question, is Angel Reese ready to accept a new role? Because her fans may want her to be the face of the franchise, but the product on the court is telling a different story. She is not Chicago's best player. She is not their future. Kamilla Cardoso is, and yet Cardoso has to prove she can maintain this level. One breakout performance is impressive. Sustained excellence is what separates potential from legacy. But if she keeps doing this, if she keeps owning the paint, playing both ends, showing consistency, the Sky have their foundation. Cardoso's rise has begun, and if the coaching staff is smart, they'll embrace it, feed it, build around it, because when Reese sat, Chicago won. The next chapter in this team's story will depend on whether that lesson is remembered, whether the coaching staff has the courage to continue making bold choices, whether Reese is willing to accept that she's not the star, but that she can still be valuable in the right role. The win over Dallas wasn't just a number in the standings, it was a blueprint. For the first time this season, the Sky looked cohesive, purposeful, dangerous. Not because of who was on the floor, but because of who wasn't. And that's the story no one expected. If you believe the Sky have discovered their true formula for winning, comment "Fire the Baby Giraffe" down below. Like the video, subscribe for more breakdowns, and hit the bell so you never miss the next chapter in this evolving saga, because this is only the beginning.